2021 has been a year of celebrations for Makomborero. We are celebrating 10 years of transforming lives, and we are celebrating the incredible achievement of receiving £1 million in donations.
Whilst I was teaching at Gateway High School in Zimbabwe, they had a scholarship program which had these amazing kids that came from disadvantaged backgrounds. And I could see these kids in action, and by being at Gateway they had the resources now to thrive. But I also noticed that they traveled long distances every day to go home, and I thought, can we do this differently?
I think when we set out, it initially was to address very particular A-level needs within poor communities, but then as we started that, it kind of created this snowball effect where we realized that we wanted to support the kids so much more than just the 2 years in their A-level. So then the university grant scheme and girl mentorship programs, because we were struggling to recruit girls into our program, entrepreneurial training. So it kind of just has evolved with time.
Mark and Laura Albertine had a far-fetched dream when they founded the charity. However, since their return to Zimbabwe in 2010, Makomborero has grown to resemble the great baobab tree in our logo, with branches extending into educational scholarships, the Girl Mentorship Program, a mobile science lab, and other initiatives.
I'd say one of our biggest dreams right from day one was to be able to set up our own school, our own A-level sort of center, where we could welcome even more students that we currently work with. And for us, as part of our dream, for them would be to raise up future leaders for Zimbabwe.
So I think the challenges over the years have been different. I think when you live in a country that's continually up and down, we've had to learn how to be adaptable, how to navigate continual change.
Okay. I think for me, the proudest moment was seeing our first pioneer group of 15 students, seeing them grow, see them thrive, see them do so well. The academic results were outstanding. Getting to know them at the boarding house that we were running, and being so involved in their lives for 2 full years, and seeing where they've got to now, and it's amazing.
So Makomborero has given me a lot that I wasn't expecting. I have learnt to straddle 2 cultures. I have learnt to love people unconditionally, irrespective of background, class, ethnicity. And I have learnt what they have to offer me, not just what I have to offer them. And that's been incredibly humbling.
We're so incredibly grateful for the role that you guys have played in keeping Makomborero going for the last 10 years and for helping us thrive and to achieve some of the things that we didn't even dream we could achieve. Yeah, thank you very much.
And don't underestimate how a little makes such a big difference in Zim. And I think sometimes we feel that we need to be doing big grand things to make an impact, or giving huge amounts of money. And I always say to my students, don't despise the small things. And every little bit that gets given to Makomborero plays a significant role in changing students' lives.
Tinashe Rodzi is one of our pioneer students, class of 2012. After his A-levels, he studied at Africa University.
I grew up in an environment where we were barely exposed to opportunities that will enable us to break the poverty cycle except through education. Thankfully, I managed to do well and I excelled until I was awarded a scholarship by Makomborero. When I graduated from Makomborero, I was privileged to earn a MasterCard scholarship at African Leadership Academy to study computer science at African University in Zimbabwe. With a desire to have a positive impact in university, I took advantage of lack of entertaining facilities on campus and introduced video gaming facilities as well as table games. Through this opportunity, I successfully managed to support my family financially. Currently, I am doing data analytics and IT auditing. Most of my peers from my community now have children they are taking care of. I would have been in the same situation if it was not for Makomborero, which intervened and helped me further my studies.
Ian and Hosea have been involved in sponsoring Makomborero students through university since 2016.
We've been working with Makomborero for some years now. I'm not sure exactly, but probably 4 years. And we've started some really exciting programs with them that we're proud to be associated with. The real focus for us is finding partners that are firstly fully engaged and secondly transparent. And I think with Makomborero we found something that is really important to us in terms of education, and we can see that the commitment from the team is phenomenal and the investment in the children is world class.
So from the beginning to where we are now, our involvement with Makomborero has grown exponentially, and also purely because of the quality. I think the energy that the people from Makomborero have displayed has made it easier for us to become very involved with them.
For the students, I think Makomborero is a phenomenal opportunity. The opportunity to be taken in and to be mentored and educated by world-class educators. In Mark and Laura, the dedication and devotion to the children is outstanding. Also to get the opportunity to be placed at some of the top schools in Zimbabwe. It really is a life-changing opportunity.
Shailene Bajaba, class of 2018. After her A-levels, she went to Jacobs University in Germany.
I am the last in a family of 5, and we are a loud, happy and warm bunch. We didn't grow up having a lot of things. My mother had to sacrifice a lot of things when we were growing up, and being the only person who was in charge of the finances in the house, I remember she had to do cross-border trading for a long time. I didn't have to see her for a long time. And also during the holidays, we had to pitch in with doing some part-time jobs. I had to sell second-hand clothes, for example, to just contribute to the family finance. MasterCard recently funded a project that I did at Chikurubi Female and Farm Prison, and now I've transformed it into a component in my NGO. And what we do is we work with prisoners and pro-social, psychosocial and mental health issues, and we are contributing to their rehabilitative journey before they are released from prison so as to reduce their recidivism rates. Makomborero helped me dream big. And I believe that if I could make it into Makomborero, I can make it anywhere.
Gonitsashe Mandivei, class of 2016. After his A-levels, he studied at Quest University in Canada.
Prior to coming to Makomborero, Zimbabwe, my family struggled to make ends meet. My father, who was the only breadwinner, was a potato vendor. My family struggled to pay for my school fees, date back to 2012. I was being sent back home because of non-payment of school fees. In 2013, my father was involved in a transaction that made him convicted and sentenced for a crime. So things got even worse because my father, who was the breadwinner, was not there anymore. So sometimes I had to do piece jobs, I had to work and sometimes help my family to get some food to eat. Makomborero Zimbabwe did not only help me with the financial means to continue my education. Makomborero Zimbabwe helped me discover myself as a person. Coming to Makomborero was a major thing in my life. My whole view about myself changed. In short, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Makomborero Zimbabwe.
Your extraordinary generosity has allowed us to support 195 students through their A-levels, getting outstanding results with over 69% of all their grades being an A or above. You have made it possible for Makomborero to provide grants for 50 students to study at Zimbabwe universities, and our graduates now include doctors, engineers, accountants, and the youngest ever chief pharmacist at any government hospital in Zimbabwe. Your support has allowed us to educate not just our students, but their families too, with 67 families lifted out of the cycle of poverty through our Ndeyipi small business training. And our Mutsidira program funds community-based projects run by our past students. You have enabled us to extend our support to students before they even reach their A-levels, encouraging over 90 vulnerable girls to continue with their education through our Girl Mentorship Program. Thank you all for walking this journey with us.
Love, friendship, hope.